We'll do it live. You know how to warm me up. What's up, people? Welcome back. It's 2026. We are so excited to bring you the show back. Now sit back, enjoy the show while we butter you up like a piece of Wonder Bread and we act like a hungry bear for the next hour. Tune in. UFC 324.
Yeah, that was a good way to start the year.
That was a good way.
That was a good way. It's been a long time.
You finally dressed nicely for the first time in 5 years of doing the show.
I'm always wearing like a polo or a... People get mad. They say I dress up in my own house. I mean, there's the comments. Look at him. He looks like a tourist in his own house.
That is the funniest comment of 2025.
I'm like, I can't win over here.
How was your break? You have changed big time.
Yeah, life is much better now.
I got to...
Whoa.
Well, life's much worse. That was a sign if I've ever seen one.
The ghosts are... whoa. They're mad.
They're mad that you're doing an MMA show while you're
when
gone.
I'm out of MMA. Yeah, it's been numerous people have asked me, do you miss it? Hell no. Oh my gosh. The only thing that I miss about or wish that I had done differently about my MMA retirement is that I did it 10 years ago.
I thought you were going to say fireworks.
No.
Man. At least some confetti or something.
I've rolled one time in the last like 3 months. And that was actually, I didn't even want to roll. I was at Lennox's wrestling club. We got messed up on times. He was doing a private after wrestling. I didn't know if he was or wasn't. And so I just showed up like, let me just grab him in case. And he was. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the gym. There's a gym right down the road. I was just going to go lift and come back. And then like people were grabbing me and anyway, 20 minutes passed. I'm still there. I'm like, all right, they're rolling jiu-jitsu on the other mat. I'll just jump in. And while rolling, I was annoyed because these people were idiots. And then afterwards, I was like, I should have just gone to the gym.
I'm not going to give you an option. I think I'm going to pop up on you at the coffee shop and just, let's go.
Just, hey, here
let's
we
roll.
are.
That's gi too.
Show up in your gi.
Yeah.
Just walk in. Hey, Santino around?
Grab
we have
sleeves.
Unfinished business.
So tell us about the coffee shop. Thank God, finally, no online subscription, no this, that. You got a real deal. This is an actual business you can talk about.
Well, it's not a coffee shop at all. It's a wholesaler in a maintenance.
Okay.
So we import green beans from around Z World and then all small batch roasted in our warehouse and, roasting facility. And then we sell them to different coffee houses and, restaurants, hotels throughout the state. And then we also have a maintenance side where we sell, like espresso machines and stuff. Those things are like 20, 30 grand.
Oh yeah.
And then we maintain and we do a bunch of repairs, which is actually a much bigger division, which is just, it's not fun to say but that's actually like probably 2/3 of the business and 1/3 of it is the wholesale coffee side.
That's the smallest, least profitable side.
But the seller, he's like, he hasn't done any sales or marketing or even attempt at growth for like the last 7 years. So that was him and one of the employees, a couple of the employees that was a source of contention because they wanted to grow and do all of this stuff. And he's like, look, I'm happy. I'm making enough money. I don't need the headache of all of that. So there's a lot of room for growth, but it's a lot of fun. Being a normal civilian, going in the office every day, putting 8 hours, 9 hours in and doing computer stuff, figuring out QuickBooks. I love it.
You're just a normal guy now.
It's so much better.
It's crazy because
it's so much better.
We had a nostalgic moment telling Santino stories the other day at Siege at the gym. And it's just crazy having a conversation with you. I remember we used to drive to Tucson and be like, fuck this guy. I kicked him out of the gym. I beat that guy's ass. Fuck this guy. And then a couple years went by and Enzo started playing football. And by the way, what's up, Enzo? Producer Enzo. You want to speak in the mic, say what's up to the people?
Oh, wait. How do I know if
I think that's another sign.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
So if he can't tell if he's muted, we're good.
And I remember getting in the car with you and you start talking about football, like his football. And I'm like, okay, Tino's changing because it's not any kicking this guy out, screw this guy, I'm going to kill this guy.
Times they are a changing.
And then I get a phone call while I'm on vacation, or I think we talked while I was on vacation, or no, when I got back. And you were just like, yeah, I just had a great time, went to the office, I'm not using my phone, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just busy all day doing stuff. A lot of learning, but the people are great. Company is great. It's actually fun. It's really fun doing normal people stuff. It really is. Where in the stress level is zero. I mean, there's going to be stress at some point. It's well, the stress level is the financial debt that I mean, that's a big business that I
of
took
course.
out. So I got to pay, debt financing, and so that's a big deal. So I have to do that. The business should cover all of that fine and be very profitable. But, there's going to be just to break even every month. It's a lot of money. And most of the terms on a lot of the business are net 30, net 45. So I'm going to do work today, sell stuff today, and I'm not getting paid for 30, 45 days. So there's an overlap of stuff. So it's
until it starts kind of running. And
but that's business. Most businesses, this is now my third business that I purchased. And, I know what I'm doing at this point. Not that I know what I'm doing. I know what to expect. I know to expect these things.
Yeah. So you don't get so nervous in the adversity.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't watched or thought of MMA. I watched our girl Gigi fight. You let me log into your stuff because first of all, so LFA is no longer on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts with
There's a lot. Did you see the quality of that? It was hard for me to watch the fight because the quality of that stream was so bad. I thought I was watching it on rabbit ears in 1994.
Well, that's because I paid for only the lowest quality stream.
Oh, is that it?
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay. I was like,
that would be funny.
I was like,
if I'm on a super saver plan at 420p.
Well, it wouldn't surprise. It was that bad. It
wouldn't surprise you.
It was 420. No, it wouldn't surprise me if you did that, and it wouldn't surprise me if that was 420p. It was really bad, but I noticed in the the telecast, they're like, yeah, well, she left Fight Ready. She's like, her head coach retired, and here she is. So that was funny. It was really frustrating. That was the first time I've watched a fight since I've retired. And of course, first time I watched any one of my fighters fight since retiring. It was really frustrating because she ended up finishing the girl. The whole time I'm like screaming, my children are there, Kindle's there. I'm like, why is she not level changing and faking shots? Why is she not clinching? Why is she not clinching? She clinches. 30 seconds later, the fight's over. I'm like,
I think she wanted to have a little bit of a war, but yeah, your coach hat is on. You're thinking of the outside.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the whole scenario was. I'm just watching it, frustrated as hell. And Kindle goes, I don't think you can watch MMA anymore. And I'm like, I don't know if I can. Like, this is stupid. But real news. Probably the biggest thing that happened over the break was my son finally became a man.
Congratulations. What's her name?
Her name is 135. Put up 2 plates on the bench press, plate on each side, doing man shit.
I'm thinking 135. You had to move her around a bit.
Yeah, that was she was thick. She weighed more than him.
She was heavy.
But he was able to.
She gave a lot of resistance, but he pushed through. Good job, Enzo. That's awesome, man. You benched your body weight, dude. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I remember I did that because so I moved.
Wait, how old were you when you benched 135 for the first time?
Well, a good question. Actually, I did it my freshman year of high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I did it till I was like a junior, a senior.
Well, we talk about lifting all the time. So when I went from 7th grade to 8th grade, I moved to Colorado for 1 year, and they had a weightlifting coach who used to work for the college. He was an amazing weightlifting coach. So I went from, now mind you guys, I weighed 100 pounds. I didn't even weigh triple digits until high school. I went from benching 70 pounds or 75 to 105 in like 2 months, doing overload principle, the same thing we talk about. So the next year after that, I kept it up and would lift a lot.
I don't think I lifted weights till probably my senior year, senior year. Yeah, I never did. Like probably my junior year I did, my senior year I did, but I don't know if I did before that.
That's crazy for the amount of wrestling and everything you did prior.
Yeah,
a lot of mandatories and
just good genetics.
Well, I had some fun over the break too. I went to Austria. I got to train out there, roll around. It was so much fun. Hey, listen,
Winter Wonderland.
It snowed for the very first time in 20 years when I was there on Christmas.
Really?
On Christmas Day.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, I feel like it snows in Austria in July.
On Christmas Day. So special. I had a white Christmas.
That's fun. I love a white Christmas. Last year we went to Hawaii and it was the opposite of a white Christmas. I kind of missed it.
It was an Asian Christmas, probably.
A bit. What do we have coming up fight-wise? So Paramount now, so we're done with ESPN. Paramount, I think they're raising the price, but even so, even if they double it, it's still such a good deal because of the pay-per-views.
The pay-per-views were ridiculous. And now we have, 2 numbered cards back-to-back?
Yeah. So Paramount's here. What else is going on in the MMA world? Paddy is fighting Gaethje for the interim. What's your thought on that?
We'll talk about it on the show.
Okay. I think it's bullshit. We'll get to it.
The interim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that...
somebody brought up a point about the interim belts. And they said the interim belt should be silver. And the real belt should be gold. And I agree 100%. So Big Red gets it, Big Perm. Yeah, because there's got to be. Look, Gaethje or Paddy, whoever wins, they're not the freaking champion.
We know this. Yeah,
they do not deserve the same belt that Ilya is wrapping around his waist.
Ilya got 99 problems.
But a bitch is one.
Actually, that's the only one.
The only one. Yeah. He has one problem. So you want to get into this card?
Yeah, let's do
May
it.
as well.
Producer, what do we have? He's so unprepared.
And so it's like, I don't even know what's going on. Let me pull up the odds. Our dear producer friend, Gabe, sent them to us. So when you guys are bitching all day about looking at our phones, here, asshats. Those are the odds.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
I've been working on my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, please do, because our first one is a guy that we know.
Are you going to talk about it?
Oh, I'm going to talk a little bit.
Okay. All right. So very first off, leading off the card, this is a good voice.
Yeah, you got the syrup voice.
I came back to 2026 with that baritone, baby. All right.
Why did my baritone voice still sound like a 7-year-old girl?
All right. So leading off the fight card, we have Ty Miller at minus 420 against Adam Fugitt plus 350. What say you?
So first of all, I want to say that Adam moved to Red Hawk Academy with Sean O'Malley and them.
Yep.
Actually, everyone I think from the fight team is gone. I don't know that there's a single fighter who was on our fight team that is still on our fight team.
I want to say this too. I think the last time I went to Fight Ready was in September with you, stuff like this. I didn't.
I think it was that before or after I had told the team that I was out.
Before, I think. Right before. And I had so many friends on the team. I didn't at the time realize that would be the last time I ever saw them. Haley, AQ, I'm going to have to go to Mongolia to chase those guys down.
Yeah.
And that will be the most fun. But it's kind of sad in my heart. It's the last time I'm going to see those guys.
Yeah. I don't believe anybody else is still there. There might be somebody I don't really know, but Adam went to Red Hawk. My issue with that is not that he went to Red Hawk. Like, by all means, go do what is the best situation for you. But he never called anybody, and he just left, just disappeared. Which nobody owes anybody anything. But he moved down here for us. I gave him odd jobs when he needed help. Eddie gave him a job at the gym. And he never called Eddie to say, hey, I'm going. He just ninja vanished, which I think hey, go do your thing. By all means, go be, successful at another place and do it. But you call people that's quitting, but you just quietly quit and just stop showing up, but are still on payroll.
You request 2 days a week and then slowly, just one day.
And then you just one day you're calling as working for the other company, and you're like, wait a minute.
I think that actually happened to me once. I did get phased out of a restaurant, but I never actually quit or got fired.
Oh, they just stopped giving you shifts.
Maybe I'm still on the payroll.
But Ty Miller, it's Ty Miller.
That's Ty Miller.
He actually reminds me of a young Carlos Condit. The way that he moves, and first of all, he trains at Fit NHB. Really flat-footed, but just not even the way he definitely throws more hands. Carlos threw a lot more kicks.
He's more like boxing, like classic boxing kind of.
When I say that he looked like he reminds me of him, just face silhouette, body structure type, he looks
how he switches stances,
kind of gangly. But even the way he kind of walks in and kind of he just reminds me of Carlos. I think he's fine. I think he's very decent. I actually don't know. I mean, Adam is old and he doesn't have a good chin, but he beat Quinlan, and he beat the Korean kid, Japanese kid,
Kinoshita,
and he's beaten some good people who are supposed to knock him out. And then even the last guy that he fought, Dulatov, that kid is just a freaking stud with one. I mean,
he's hung too, for sure.
Of course. So the thing though is Miller, I don't know if he has that like one punch power, and he.
Well, he did against Ryan Charleboy, friend of the show.
But that wasn't like the first punch of the fight.
Yeah,
that was
like 11 seconds.
Was it that close? Okay.
He just like flatlined him.
We saw him in Contender, and he looks fine. He does not have great takedown defense. I think he probably wins, but it would not surprise me to see Adam's clinch game is actually really good. His cardio is really good, and his ground and pound is actually really good. I wouldn't be surprised to see Adam get an upset here, because I just like, I know they're bringing Adam in to be the B-side to, highlight these guys. I just don't know that Miller is good enough to like steal that.
I think he is. I think Ty Miller is actually really, really good. First of all, he's really tall too, but you're right. The physicality looks
Adam's
like something.
6'3". People don't realize that.
No, he's tall.
He is a lot taller.
So is Ty. But Adam looks a lot more filled out. So the main thing that I'm, concerned about for Ty there is the physicality. And Adam can grapple a little bit. Like, I remember I never really got along with dude, but like, you had me coaching someone on the side, and then he would come over and just swoop in and start teaching grappling. So he knows how to grapple. He's
very sad.
He's sad sometimes.
Has anyone seen my tail?
I think there is that danger in the first round, but I think Ty has grown a lot since the early fights where he's getting taken down. I think he's got good awareness, good stand-ups, and I think he's just consistent. Jab, touch him up, keep good range. I think Ty's a really good prospect, but you're right. He does lack that power, that little oomph to him. So I think it's going to be Ty by decision.
Okay. That wouldn't surprise. See, my thing, I think Ty round 1 or Adam by anything after.
Really? I don't think Ty's a round 1 or bust guy. I actually think
I don't think he's a round 1 or bust. I just think that he's got to do it in round 1, or Adam will kind of get loose and move. And like if the knockout comes, it's going to be in round 1. After that, I think Adam will kind of get into his flow and find his way in. Well,
the other thing with Adam too is most of his takedowns are upper body takedowns.
Yeah.
And against a guy that's so tall like Ty, that's going to be a lot harder to achieve.
We just saw Ty, was it Contender, that he just got like picked up and thrown down and just like kind of ragdolled, and he popped up. He did the right stuff.
Well, he beat Jimmy Drago like screwed on him, but I think he's gonna win fairly easily. Adam's kind of giving everyone the fight they want. He's striking with everyone, and he's got such a square tie stance, but doesn't have the mobility or the kicks.
How to tie.
Yeah, you got the wrong
tie.
You got the wrong archetype there, bud.
Right. All right. What do we have next?
All right. Next up. We have Ricky Turcios versus Cameron Smotherman.
Man, do you want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go on this one. I think this is a close fight, and on paper, I think this is stylistically a bad matchup for Cam. Obviously, a guy who's going to grapple relentlessly, who doesn't get tired, who's going to just and finds a way to the top. However, I do think Cam is good enough to defend takedowns, stop takedowns, and I think his hands are so good. I think he's going to touch Ricky, hurt him, have a lot bigger moments in the fight. I like Cam here. I think actually a decent amount.
What are the odds on this one again?
-190 for Cam Smotherman, and Ricky Turcios is +165.
Okay, I guess that's lined fine. I was thinking pre-tape that, this is a close fight. Like, Turcios is going to shoot 500 times. He's crazy. He's wild. He's going to do all that stuff. After watching some film, I think Smotherman's going to beat his ass. And I don't know if he's going to finish him just because Turcios is a hard, weird, awkward guy. But I think it's going to be very dominant. Smotherman did a really good job with Ricky Simone of not giving up his back, defending stuff, getting back to his feet, using that like kind of, I don't know if you ninja choke, guillotine, whatever you want to call stuff these days, to attack it and get him to move away. I think Simone realized like, I'm not going to bail and, spin through. I wouldn't be surprised if Smotherman does that to Turcios, if Turcios spins through and ends up giving up top position, because he's just so kind of wild.
Sure, yeah.
Where Ricky's wild, but like power wild, whereas Turcios is wild, but like wiggly.
It's the physicality
wild.
that's not the same. Ricky is so strong in there.
But the other thing that Smotherman does, he's just calm. He just doesn't, he's not one of those guys that tires out because he's just calm and realizes what he's doing. And then we saw in, I think it was Turcios' last fight that he got the back and choked whoever the hell out. He's getting takedowns, boom, people turn, pop up. Smotherman doesn't. Keeps his shoulders on the cage, does the right stuff, pushes away, comes up. I like Smotherman here. And I think he's gonna put a beating on Turcios.
I think so too. The hands difference is too big.
All right, next up we have. Why does my phone always reset?
It's okay.
Show me what I want. Oh, you can do it the whole. Oh, okay, good. Go the whole.
I can do it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next up, we have Josh Hokit at minus 215 versus Denzel Freeman at plus 185.
I like this fight.
I do. I'm glad you're saying that because I do too.
I like this fight a lot. I like Hokit.
Hold on. I ran back the tape before the break, and you were like, "I can't wait for the Brandon Moreno Tatsu Taira fight." That's the fight out of all the fights that you were like so pumped for.
Yeah,
that's a crazy fight. That's a crazy fight to highlight. Even on this card, there's amazing fights.
I'm not taking kindly to the way you.
I can see that your whole demeanor changed.
I mean, I said Taira was going to win too.
I knew you were a Jap.
Hokit is, first of all, I guess he had some wrestling scholarships out of high school, but wanted to play football. So I guess he had I think it was Drexel offered him a full ride for wrestling. They didn't have football, so he ended up going to Fresno State, played there. He's just a brute. He's just a physical specimen. And then on the other side, Denzel, we saw him pre-UFC. We had much higher hopes for him than that UFC.
He looked good. Yeah.
That UFC debut was bad. He has good cardio, especially for a heavyweight. And he does the right stuff. I think his wrestling is overrated. They talk about him wrestling at the OTC. They also did that about Brandon Vera. And they always talked about Brandon Vera's wrestling and Brandon Vera's wrestling.
Wait, really?
All the time.
First of all, that's a throwback.
OTC. And I remember always thinking like, dude, Brandon Vera's wrestling is not very good. Like, what are we doing here? So anyway, I think of Denzel there. His striking is fine. He does all the right stuff. He has good cardio for a heavyweight. He lacks power. He's not a heavyweight power guy. And then in his last fight, he just forgot to fight. And he forgot to turn it on. Hokit is not going to do that. Hokit's going to go in there and try and knock somebody out and do the thing. I believe they're opposite stances. In Hokit's debut, we saw him just get eaten up by a couple of those calf kicks. I don't think that'll be that big of an issue here. It really comes down to Hokit. Does he gas?
Like that's exactly where I was going to go with this because he comes out hot every time.
He comes out and he goes. I think Hokit wins it. I think his athleticism, I think his background, I think the people he's training with John Jones and that, it should prepare him to not just go balls out for 2 minutes and then see what happens. Even in his last fight, he wasn't just, he was in the face there, but not just swinging wild. But once he started swinging, he was swinging. So I think Hokit wins it. But man, if it gets out of round one, get ready to live bet button.
Well, and here's where I'm looking at. So with Hokit, one, he moves incredibly well for a big head. Like the actual way he moves his body, people aren't going to like this, but he's kind of like Gable Steveson, just in how he moves in MMA. Yep. He's really clean, really athletic. However, on the Contender Series fight against Uriel, I think, is a massive can, and he was stopping takedowns. He was stuffing them, sprawling on him, and he was backing him up a few times. And I'm looking at Denzel, and I agree with you. He's a Greco guy, first of all, so obviously leg wrestling is a little different for him. But he can wrestle too. And I look at the Cunha fight when he fought for the LFA title, and Cunha took him down right off the bat. And it's always like a Denzel Freeman thing. First round, he comes out very defensive. He's always backing up. He's kind of in that Muay Thai stance, checking kicks. I could see Hokit just almost running through him round one. And you're right, burning himself out. And then you have Denzel, who's super patient, because round two against Cunha, he sprawled on him, and that was the end of the fight. So, it's
now Hokit's significantly better.
Of course.
Opponent. The other thing is,
wait, hold on. Hokit is a better opponent, but so was Uriel, a way worse opponent than Denzel.
Yes.
And he had moments against Hokit.
Here's the thing though, is I don't think this is going to be an offensive wrestling match at all. I think this is if somebody's shooting, it's because they're hurt and then it's can they defend it?
You don't think Hokit's going to come out right off the? He does it every fight.
Man, I think he's going to come out swinging, just clubbing, swinging. Especially after his last performance, you get that knockout hunger and you get a little thirsty for it.
He could definitely get it. I mean, his striking is honestly, I think he's a really good fighter.
He's solid.
Literally, if he just has composure, I think he's good. I will pick Hokit to win, but I'm going to have my finger on the trigger for the live bet for sure.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm still up.
Yeah.
I'm still up.
Yeah, you're up the whole time. Enzo's falling asleep over there.
Enzo, wake up, dude. Speaking of the mic.
Samuel is searching for Jesus, and here we are, just letting your phone die out.
All right. Next up, we have Alex Perez at plus 175 versus Charles Johnson at minus 205.
This is a tricky one to me because they're both really like we've loved Charles in fights and we've hated him in fights and we've been like high on him and then derogatory, and I feel like that's the same.
We've let a few slip, behind closed doors,
and then that's the same thing with Alex Perez. I think like I don't think like I think he's kind of over the hill and is past his prime, and then he goes out there and really was taking it to Isu Almabayev until he got guillotined. I think
he was beating his ass.
He was beating his ass. Yeah, that's what
I live bet that, and I had a good amount on Perez. I went into my appointment and I came back out and I was like, "How did this lose?"
Yeah, that was crazy. But his wrestling is phenomenal. His defensive wrestling is even better. Of course, he has the chokes off the front, off the shots. The thing is that he's dealing with Charles Johnson's defensive wrestling has gotten really good. He stays composed. He stays calm. He's long. He throws the knees and those front kicks. I think I'm going Johnson here, but what was this line? You said Johnson was minus 200?
Yeah, minus 205.
I think Johnson should be minus 120 and, Perez plus 105 or something like that. That's kind of, I look at this as a very, very close fight that I think Johnson will probably win. But I feel like Perez, outside of his last fight, generally overperforms. And I feel like Johnson sometimes underperforms in these weird
I would
ways.
agree with you, but then he overperforms in the fact that he loses the whole fight and then gets knockout.
That's what I mean. Like there's these moments where you're like, man, that should not have happened. And then the very next moment he looks good. And then
he knocked out Josh Van.
I know. It's insane. But then you'll see him just like rest on the cage against Mokaev. I mean, that's Mokaev, and then Zalgas, in just these close fights. I think he wins it. I do, but I think it's going to be a really close fight.
I'm going to go the other side. I like Perez here. Okay. I love, I used to watch Perez and go, man, he's a scrub. He's this, he's that. Perez is actually really good. He's a good fighter.
I used to think Perez was a lot. Watching him when I was coming up for years, I was actually big on him. And then lately I've kind of like, I don't think.
But look, he's going against the top guys.
I know.
Asu's a top guy. Mokaev, he was beating him. He's beating a lot of these guys. He's really talented. And I love his style, especially against Charles, because Charles likes to skirt the cage. He plays with this long jab, but he's always keeping his hands down. And Alex will put combinations together. And his low kick is nasty. He kind of does the Ramon Decker's fall off, hit to low kick thing. He's amazing at it. I think he also can win this fight by wrestling. I think the pressure, I think he's just going to get underneath Charles' butt, lift him and take him down. I think, as long as he doesn't get submitted with anything stupid, that was a ridiculous guillotine last time.
That was nuts. And Ace, I mean, look, he's good. I don't think Charles is jumping gilly like that.
And his arms might even be too long for something. Part of the reason Asu can squeeze that, he's so small.
Little tiny arms.
I like Perez here. I think the value you can't beat. He's still beating and competing with top guys. I like him and the style, and I think he's got the grappling upside here.
All right.
Moving right along. Okay, this is going to be a good one. We have Modestas Bukauskas versus Nikita Krylov. Modestas is minus 137 and Krylov is plus 117 at time of recording.
This is a fight where I'm like, why is this fight on this card? What the hell are we doing here?
This is going to be a violent fight somehow.
It will somehow. Either Krylov is going to go out there and knock him out, or Krylov is going to go out there and headbutt Bukauskas's fist and get knocked out.
I think it's a double knockout this fight.
I hope so. It's a double rainbow. Man, I want to like Krylov. He really has good skills. He has good wrestling. He moves well. And he just seems like, we talk about Ion Kutalaba being an idiot. Krylov might be a much bigger idiot than
Because he just sprints at your fists.
He just, there's zero. I mean, it's just chaos. I'm like, what are you doing here?
Well, I laugh because, we talk about this all the time. The guys who do a lot, but then don't do anything.
Yeah.
Watch Krylov in the last 2 fights. He's always like doing all this, but then
Yes.
anytime he throws, he just plants
Lunges.
and goes forward.
And he's I was really big on him. And then he just looks, and he was always crazy, but he wasn't horrible. And now, like, I liked Krylov. Last couple fights, I don't know what the hell we're getting with him. I can't take it. And Modestas, he does nothing. He's not like an exciting fighter, but he does everything well. And he's not bad. His cardio is good. His takedown defense is decent.
His stand-ups are good.
Yep,
He's got
if he
good
gets
fight
taken
IQ.
down, he has good fight IQ. He's not an idiot. He stands back up. He does the right stuff. He literally just checks all of the boxes. There's nothing where you're like, oh, he's an amazing grappler, an amazing striker, power. There's nothing. He just does everything well enough. He has like the New England Patriots.
And just wins by a thin margin.
Yep, right there. So I like Modestas here, and actually by a lot. Like, I mean, Krylov, of course, can knock him out. He's big. Krylov is just a swinging clubber anyway, so he has knocked people out. And at these heavier weights, you go full swing on some people. Shit can happen. But I like Modestas here, and I don't like run the tape back. I don't think I've ever said a good thing about.
We know
Modestas
this.
before.
I was just going to say that.
Like, never.
This is shocking to
It's
me.
never happened. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. Nikita Krylov. That's how shocked I am. Nah, I think Modestas wins this.
I'm with you too. Just with Krylov's stat one, Krylov has looked so clunky in his last few fights. What I just said, does all of this stuff, and then every time he throws, he just does and then plants and throws with his chin up, hands are down. Modestas, it's weird because in my mind he had improved a lot, and he's improved a lot than he used to be. But
I don't even know. Like, so yes, he has improved, but I don't know that his skills have improved. I feel like his fight IQ has improved, and he's just doing the right stuff more versus even better.
I think though he's come back to the UFC with a more aggression. They're wanting him to go after people.
I think he's like, I think I remember looking, he's like 7-2 since he's returned back. Or
Yeah, he's
7-1.
solid.
Like, he's doing well.
I just think that Krylov is going to, the way he fights, I think he only knows one style. He's going to put himself right there and force Modestas to fight. And one of them is going to go down, but Modestas, so often he'll skirt the cage and move constantly that he doesn't put up volume. I think Krylov being there, forcing him to fight, I think Modestas is a lot faster, a lot sharper. He's going to put combinations together. And I don't trust Krylov's chin at this age and this stage in his career.
No, he looks like he looks like a rock star. Like, just, that rock star look. Like, go look at Mick Jagger, not 90-year-old Mick Jagger. Look at Mick Jagger like 50-year-old Mick Jagger.
Still having some fun.
Yeah, his face is like, there's wrinkles and it's sagging down, and the amount of drugs, you're like, oh, that's a man who's lived.
It's funny that Rogan said that he was doing steroids live on the broadcast.
That Krylov was? Or?
Yeah.
No.
They're like, yeah, he's sure gained a ton of weight. And Rogan goes, Russian supplements.
Oh.
And then I looked at his Tapology picture and I said, oh, yeah, for
Really?
sure. For
That's
sure.
Well, once USADA, we've talked about this numerous times. Once USADA left, oh my gosh, it was a Wild West again. They're all drugged people.
Yeah, everybody.
Everyone. I mean, EPO, everything you can do, they're on it. Tell me I'm wrong.
And why wouldn't you? It's big business.
It's big business. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I had to take a sip of water. My announcer throat is going. Enzo, do you want to do the next fight? Speaking of the mic.
I don't have my phone.
All right. That's enough. Okay. Next up, we have, this is going to be a good one. Ateba Gautier versus Andrey Pulyaev.
I'm not a big Pulyaev fan as it is. I think he's there. That's the best I can say about Pulyaev.
He's chilling. You think he's probably chilling with Krylov?
Probably. He actually did it. Yeah, I mean, his defensive grappling's not bad. His striking is serviceable, but there's no power. Everything's a little loopy.
He's frail.
He's not dynamic. And then you have Gautier. I mean, this is a tee up. Yeah, I mean, Gautier, this is a tee up for Gautier to look really good too, because Puliev's, I don't think he will try to grapple. Who knows? Because if I was in front of Gautier, I would try and grapple.
I don't think he can grab. I mean, he's not physical
Well,
enough.
that's what I was going to say is I don't think he does. But even if he does, there's nothing that tells me he's getting Gautier down because
That probably ends the fight faster if he tries to grapple.
yes, Ateba's sprawl is great. He flattens his hips out. He stays heavy. He moves away. He doesn't overmove. He's fast, dynamic. Like he's this is knockout city.
I just want to see it once.
Yeah, this is Gautier knockout. We're done. That's it. There's nothing to add, is there?
No. No, he's a legit
Like,
good boxer too.
yeah.
Look at how he's like rolling his shoulders and he's finding his entry. He is the
Yeah.
man. He's gonna crush him.
Yep.
Even CLD kind of. So this is one thing I saw some people were saying is that Pulyaev moves so much. So is the under 1.5 or is it over? I think it's going under. I don't think Pulyaev can stay away from him. And even CLD, I get he's athletic, but he doesn't punch like Gautier.
No. The other thing is Gautier will. I love we're starting to see some better boxers in MMA.
He's legit good at boxing.
And the thing I hate about MMA striking is everybody is so afraid to get close to each other because they're afraid of getting knocked out. But if they knew how to actually box and dip and pivot and stay tight in the pocket and roll, they wouldn't get it knocked out. But Gautier knows how to box. He has a really good jab. He's confident enough to just crowd in. He doesn't have to like run, and he's not going to be chasing Pulyaev. He's just going to cut him off.
Yep.
Jab, cut him off, jab. And then eventually you have to fight. And when Pulyaev tries to, I mean, Gautier is going to be there. He's always in position. He's always on stance. Like, I mean, this
dude is good.
Yeah,
Man, he's so
he
good.
really is. So,
All right. Next up.
So next up we have Umar Nurmagomedov and Deiveson Figueiredo. They have Umar at minus 1,500 and
I think that's
Deiveson
short.
at plus 800. Well, here's the thing. Like Pulyaev, what was he, minus 500 or something like that? Against Gautier. Yeah, plus 500. I think that's what we said. I don't even know. But like the odds were like double or triple on Umar over Figueiredo. I mean, it's just wild to see like an ex-champion that big of a dog.
Yes, but he was a champion at a lower weight class, and he's almost 40 now. And Ateba is kind of largely unproven in the later rounds. We don't know him, but Umar, we've seen go 5 rounds. We've seen him.
I know. It's just, I mean, it's just wild to me to see that big of a spread for these two fighters. I think Umar wins this. That's
a bold statement you just said.
That's yeah, I think, man. Anyway, so Figgy, can hurt people. We know that. Like,
is he hurting guys at 35 though? Not so much.
Yeah, I mean, he was battering Cheeto around a little bit. Didn't he drop Cheeto?
I thought Cheeto won the fight.
You're crazy.
But Cheeto's also the same age as Figueiredo.
That's true.
Good point. Good point. Get on the mic again. Like, we need you more often.
Man, he is old. And Rob Font, but the same thing. We knew Rob Font can't wrestle, and he's old. And then the Montel, he can't wrestle, and Figgy can wrestle. No, look, I get it. Umar wins this.
And so did you just laugh at that?
Yeah. I think Umar wins probably second or third round submission.
I could see, yeah, or even sooner. I think submission's a great play.
Yeah, I think submission, because I don't think...
Path of least resistance, because Figgy's dangerous.
Yeah, Figgy's dangerous, but Figgy's also really strong, and I don't know that Umar's going to be able to ground and pound just the way Figgy's so dynamic, and he's going to move, but I think he'll be able to slide to his back and choke him out, or, I think that. I could... But I think it's going to be over 2.5.
You think it's a fight?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fight.
Calling over 2.5 and submission, that's very pinpoint.
I'm going over 2.5 submission.
So in the final 2.5 minutes, he's going to get it after he breaks him down the whole fight.
The 7.5 minutes.
That'd be over a round and a half.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
I'm thinking that you're threading the needle.
No.
That's very specific.
No.
Hail Mary.
I'm sorry. No, I was going to say, in my head, I was going to say, I think over 2, but then I was going back half a round. No. I'm sorry. A round and a half over.
Guys, flame him in the comments for that. You saw how he looked at me? That was crazy.
I was like, wait a minute. What are you saying? And then I realized what you're saying. I was like, oh, geez. Like, we're doing a night pod. No. I think over 1.5, and I think submission.
I'm not going to put a rounds on it. I think he's probably just going to submit him, but I don't think this is a particularly close fight. I think Umar is going to run through him.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is going to be a.
Why are you guys hitting on Figgy, dude?
Nah, I love
hating.
Figgy.
We're just being real.
I think. Do you remember when Armand fought? Who was the Brazilian kid that flying kneed him in the third and dropped him.
It was a check left hook. It was Joaquin Silva.
That's what it was.
Not a kid, old man.
Yeah, old man. But that's what I think this fight is. It's like Arman is going to win this fight, but man, if Figgy can hurt him, he might hurt him once. I don't think that means he's going to win it, but it's that big, dynamic, explosive stuff that you got to look out for.
His one moment.
Yeah, and he might get a moment in this fight because we've seen Umar rocked a little bit and hurt, and so it wouldn't surprise me to see him get rocked and hurt, but get through it and push through it.
Yeah, I think Figgy's in for a rough night.
All right, next up, Arnold Allen, Gene Silva. Silva's minus 255. Arnold Allen is plus 215. Give me your thoughts.
This is the fight on the card for me. This is the best fight. It's just like every time you go and watch Gene Silva film, it's just a treat to watch it every time. I mean, he is so good. And it's not to say Arnold Allen isn't good. Arnold Allen is great. I think his offense is a lot better than his defense. I think people have this perception that his defense is amazing because he keeps a high guard. However, watch the Giga fight. Giga, everything he threw up the middle landed easily. Front kicks, uppercuts, and then he would start wrapping those head kicks around. Well, what's Silva good at? Incredible uppercuts and incredible front kicks. You saw what Diego Lopez comes out, boom, right away. And then he rocks him with it. I think that's going to be there all night for him. The other thing that I really like too, he's got a lot of experience fighting against southpaws, so that's huge already, right? We had Bryce Mitchell, Melsick. And Melsick, I think, is Melsick is a good kickboxer. Mm-hmm. Maybe not a complete MMA fighter, but
he's a good kickboxer.
And he knocked him out standing.
And so is Drew Dober. Drew Dober's, a very he's not like world-class kickboxer, but he's a very good kickboxer.
He can hang with a lot of guys, and he's very tough, and that was up a weight class. I think Silva's
on like a week notice too.
Yeah, the guy is incredible. He's laughing and joking while he's getting smashed by Diego Lopez, joking, yelling up at him. This guy's a savage. What I like the most too is in the opposite stance. I love how much he plays with the hands. He's always grabbing hands. And if you notice in the Giga fight, that's what Giga did a lot. He was setting up a lot of stuff against Arnold Allen by grabbing hands, wrapping head kicks. And I think that Silva, what makes him so special is not only is he a freak athlete. I mean, his hardware is undeniable. I mean, it's some of the best we've ever seen. He makes reads, and he's got such a tool belt on him. There's nothing he doesn't do. I think Silva is one of the best fighters in the world right now. I think he beats Allen. I'm not sure how, but I think he's going to hurt Allen. I think he's going to find openings, draw the fight out of Allen. I think he's going to hurt him.
Allen, first of all, Allen's body to me, like his neck cranes up and out. Like it doesn't look like his neck and head belong to that body.
His abs also look like you took Play-Doh and you shoved it through like one of those little
molded it, pushed it through. But isn't it weird? Like he's just like this awkward human. And
he had a hunchback surgery.
Yeah. Like there's just some people that you look at. And look, I like Allen. I'm just kind of messing, but he looks awkward. There's just some people that look awkward as fighters, and he's one of them. He just doesn't look the part, even his stance, and like it just doesn't look natural to him. He's good though. I always
like a Make-A-Wish kid on steroids.
Yeah, I always underestimate Allen.
Okay, we're cooking
because I don't. I'm just not wowed by him anywhere. It's almost like Modestas, where I know that he's fine. I know he has good skills. I know all of these things. I think Allen's record's like 20-3 or something. I mean, like
he's phenomenal. He's a great fighter.
He beats these people. He does all the right stuff, and he doesn't do the wrong stuff. He doesn't make mistakes. But like you said, Gene Silva has an it factor. We've seen him just grab people and throw them down. We've seen him he makes it with the hands, making the reads. He just sees stuff a mile away, and he counters so well. And the fighting nerds are having a little bit of an identity crisis right now. Some of the people are leaving. They haven't been as successful because they're,
partying. They're enjoying the fruits of their labor.
I don't think it's that. I think these guys are fighting better guys now. They're fighting the top guys, and now they're losing. It's like, it doesn't mean the team is bad or the camp is bad. It just means like you're beating very decent guys, and now you're fighting the best. You're not going to go 10-0 against the top
they're number 2 in the world instead of number 1.
Yeah. That's it. And so I think they're doing well. I love the way you said it. He plays with the hands, a handsy feller. My thing with Arnold is I don't know how he wins except for just being more active.
He would have to pressure him like crazy.
He would have to just throw so much volume to outshine those big moments.
The other thing too against Giga, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off at
No,
all, but he was following Giga for a lot of the fight. He didn't even cut him off, and that's the thing that Silva is so amazing at is his footwork, his angles, all of that stuff.
Yeah, the thing with Giga though is he's so much more of a kicker. He's so much kick heavy dominant. Silva is, but he can punch and do all that. I like Gene Silva here, like you said. I don't know how. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me like how to even call it, because Arnold Allen is very good and rarely just gets beat up, and like he does all the right stuff. And if he outvolumes Gene Silva and mixes in wrestling, and he can beat him. He has to have the perfect night, and he's got to throw volume standing. He's got to wrestle. Not even that I think he gets him down, but he's just got to shoot and keep him in the cage and
mix up his game.
Do it again. Yes. And he can, he could win a decision. I don't know that I see him winning a decision though.
The last thing I want to say too is this fight's going to be a lot harder for Arnold Allen because he is a southpaw. The one thing that Gene Silva gives up the most to anybody else is calf kicks. And it's kind of a clever, at first I was like, man, he just doesn't understand how to defend them. He does, because he does check him a lot.
He kind of like swings them. They all do that whole camp.
Not offensively, defensively.
Oh, no, that's what I mean is he'll get hit. A lot of them, Ruffy does this a lot. You calf kick them. They don't always lean in. They kind of like, they go with it and just let it almost float with them.
But a lot of times he does it to get that distance closer. He likes it. I'm the same way. For some reason, I can take a lot of calf kicks to my lead leg. I'll eat 100 calf kicks because I know it's going to bring me here with you. So being southpaw, being opposite stance, that's going to take away that one thing. And his distance is so good. And his best punch, I think, is his straight right hand. I mean, it's so good.
All right. Gene Silva, woof woof.
You looked at producer, but he doesn't have it.
I hate Gene Silva, by the way.
You hate Gene Silva?
Gene Silva.
What don't you like about Gene Silva?
Everything.
Name one thing.
The barking.
You don't like the barking.
I hate it.
You hate dogs? Wasn't that the Humane Society at your door earlier? You do hate dogs. All right, next up. We have Rose Namajunas versus, I'm going to use her legal name, Natalia Cristina da Silva.
Dos Santos?
Dos Santos.
I feel like there always needs to be a Dos Santos at the end of that. And give me Natalia Silva every freaking day of the week here.
For real? Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. Her footwork and movement. And I mean, I think that's the next champion of the world.
She's unbelievable.
She is so good. Takedown defense is great. When she does get taken down, she does all the right stuff to pop back up. She moves well. Her lateral movement and her ability to mix in kicks and punches while shifting left and right. She likes to float on the cage right there. I mean, Rose is good. Rose can do a lot of stuff really well. We've seen that over the course of the years. But Rose can also sit there and let a fight just fly away for so many different reasons. And I mean, I don't know that. I mean, is she going to find Natalia Silva to really engage in a boxing fight that she really needs? And then she does that JV double leg where she shoots and wraps the leg. She's not going to be able to do that no matter what, because Natalia floats the cage.
And she's got good get-ups too.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful, dominant performance by Natalia Silva here.
I went into this thinking, man, this number is insanely wide. I think Rose, is getting disrespected here. And Rose, so I started with Rose tape. Rose hands are really good. Mm-hmm. The way that she boxes better than most men.
Yes.
She moves her head on entrances. She finds angles. She puts combinations together. She exits the pocket. Her boxing is beautiful. And then I went over to Natalia Silva's film and I'm thinking, how could you ever beat this girl?
I don't know.
Because defensively, she's so perfect. Mm-hmm. Her range management, I've never seen anything like it. And constantly, she's moving her hips at all times. So you're constantly getting foot feinted, and then she's in, she's out. She's out of the range of leg kicks, like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
I don't know how you approach her. And so then I'm thinking, okay, Vivia Rougeau had some success backing her up to the cage, and I thought, all right, if she's a little bit faster or a little bit better, somebody could beat her. And I'm thinking, that could be Rose.
But Rose doesn't pressure like that.
She'll
She'll float in the range, And she's there, but she's there and she is allowing the other person to have the terms that they want.
She's going to get leg kicked into oblivion. And Natalia Silva has some of the nastiest leg kicks I've seen. And then the other thing, too, is Natalia Silva's hands have gotten, even since her UFC debut until Alexa Grasso fight, she actually has power now. She is tight and crisp. She actually throws her hands, where I think most of her career she was majority a kicker and a mover. I honestly, now that I'm saying it out loud, I can see her hurting Rose.
I can, but she also doesn't have that, like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you and knock you out. She's like a death by 1,000 cuts type.
I think this is the one, though, because this is going to be for a title shot for her. She needs a big one. I think Rose...
I don't think Rose gives it to her, because I think Rose... If you, like, Tracy fought Rose and was, like, in her face going, and Rose looks great. If you... It's like Anderson Silva. If you swung at him and went rushing at him, he's going to make you look bad. If you just stayed back, like Atalis Latis and was it Patrick Cote and these guys who just stood back and didn't engage, and then you see Silva trying to do all this stuff to get them to engage. If they don't, then he didn't have a way to kill him. And I think that Natalia is going to be on her back foot the way that she normally does. But I think Rose is not going to give her the fight that she wants. And so I think Natalia is going to beat her up, but I don't think she's going to have the moments to, like, beat her ass.
I think she's going to break her nose with a check left hook. I think Rose is going to come in trying to kill her. Boom, check left hook. And I think it's just,
you just said that I was specific with a over and a submission. And you're like,
that was very highly specific right there.
Yeah, that was as specific as it gets.
Enzo, I'm a highly specific man.
It's only going to bleed out of the right nostril, at 6-7 PSI.
That is a lot of PSI, and the internal temperature would be, I think she's going to break her nose, shatter it, BKFC style.
All right. What do we have? We have to get, I need to go to bed. I'm a working
It is
man.
bedtime.
I'm a working man. All right. We have Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Derrick Lewis. Waldo's minus 350. Derrick is plus 285. I think I actually misspoke earlier about Modestas. I think it's actually Waldo that's like 9-1 or 9-2.
Yeah, he's crushing it. And he fought 5 times last year.
It's insane. But he is going like split decision with what the hell is his name?
Arlovsky, but
no. The first guy that I think it was his first fight in the UFC or second fight. I'll think of it.
Yeah, I'll look right now.
Big heavyweight guy, or from Team Quest, California.
Just move on. Just move on.
We're done here. So Waldo, Derrick Lewis is Derrick Lewis. Like, I don't even care. I'm going Derrick Lewis here. I'm not thinking anything intelligent about this, because I just still can't believe that Waldo Cortes is winning these fights, that he's winning. And look, he has a great jab and he has good cardio.
He beat him unanimous, but it was Jared Vanderay.
Jared Vanderay. Yes. He has a good jab. He has good cardio. He actually moves well for a heavyweight.
And his chin.
Yeah, his chin is good.
Legend.
He has a chin. But man, he's fighting Derrick Lewis. So Lewis doesn't have to worry about grappling in this fight. And so that alone is a big, that right there lets him put his hands out there a little bit more, open up a little bit more. I'm going Lewis, KO. I don't care. That's it. I'm not going to get overly, because look, I know that Lewis, the thing with Lewis is when people hurt him and when they beat him up, he wants to quit, right? And we've seen him get hit with elbows and hurt. We've seen him get pressured. We've seen him get bullied. But when you sit on the outside with him, he'll stand there and do nothing with you. And then those 1-2 big punches around. If Waldo is a guy that you take Waldo's the exact same Waldo, but you put him in there, pressure, volume, like some hate in his heart. This guy goes forward, just swing. All right, fine. Give me Waldo. He wants to sit back as much as Derrick Lewis wants to sit back. And I think that really benefits Lewis here. And I think he ends up winning. I
think this is a fight you have to watch and bet live, because I think the number on Waldo is obviously too wide. Mm-hmm. His skills are kind of unproven. And it's funny, like he came
Which
up.
is funny to say, because he's like 9-1 in the UFC or whatever he is. He still is kind of unproven, because
eking it out, weird situations.
The last fight he should have lost.
Oh, 2 fights ago.
2 fights ago, he should have lost. Like, just a lot of weird stuff. And then these bad performances, then he wins. And it's just, he's very fine. He does all the right stuff. Like, he doesn't do anything horribly wrong.
He's fixed his punching a little bit, though.
He's fixed the baseball.
I'm going to say this. The last 2 fights, yes, they were weird fights. Not Gaethje fight wasn't weird. I mean, he cleanly knocked him out.
Yeah,
but he's throwing with some power now, and his right hand is actually so straight. I think here's what I think. For me, it's as simple as this. Derrick Lewis could absolutely win. He's a good striker, and he's got massive power, and he's going to be a lot bigger than Waldo, I believe. Right?
I think an inch or two, but bigger.
He's bigger. Yeah. But Waldo has an amazing chin. Waldo has a good jab, and a lot of those guys that fight Derrick Lewis, they don't put anything out before. And he's going to touch him, and he's going to touch him. And I think this new right hand that he's sitting on, I think as soon as Derrick Lewis unloads and throws this crazy combination, he's very good at kind of this high guard, kind of rolling with the punches. I think he's going to touch Derrick and make him hurt, and I think that's going to be it for Derrick.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a Waldo knockout. I think he'll make him quit eventually, but Waldo's not the most trustworthy guy to me.
Yeah.
Hey, you're forgetting one thing. Derrick Lewis balls are more hot than Waldo's.
Yeah, they are hotter.
That is something I didn't account for.
And it's big.
Some big balls, for being honest. All right.
All right. Co-main event. Sean O'Malley, -200. Yadong Song, not as big balls, +170.
I mean, we don't know that for sure.
I mean, we're just assuming.
We kind of know that for sure. It's not Ateba. Let's be honest.
I'm going to go on this because I was watching the Henry fight back. And I remember during the Henry fight that Song had a really hard time when Henry went southpaw. And Henry was landing a lot southpaw, that straight left, even jabs, boom, landing. Stylistically, it's very different than Henry because, of course, Henry is wrestling. He was shooting from too far away. It wasn't like he was in on those shots and whatnot. Sean's not going to shoot. This is a stand-up fight. But I could see Yadong trying to wrestle.
Of course.
Because he's been working his wrestling a lot lately. He's been down with Justin Flores down in...
You talking about J-Flow Judo?
J-Flow Judo. Who's also, people don't know, he was actually a college All-American as well. And then he
can wrestle.
He left college to just focus on judo. But Iowa State, one of those. But the guy's phenomenal. So he's been down there a lot. He's been working on, his judo and his wrestling, just all of that. The other thing, though, is so Sean will switch southpaw. I'm assuming that they see that southpaw.
And Sean does it anyways. He'll make the read.
He naturally does it. But the other thing with Song is he has that really high, tight guard. And with somebody like Sean who floats his hands, like he knows exactly where you're at. So if you're going to move and be long with him, all right, it might make stuff a little bit harder, but he knows exactly where Song is going to be. And he has such a good reach. He moves so well and he's so jittery. I think on a technical level, I think Sean
blows him out of the water.
Blows him out of the water. Here's the thing though. I don't know that Sean wants to fight. I really don't. And his last fight was a loss, a title defense. So that's 90%.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, I say it, but it really is a thing.
Even though he was the champion.
He was the champion. He lost. But even in that fight, I was actually watching that fight back. Even early in round 1, he didn't look like he wanted to fight. He just didn't look like he wanted to be there. So I look at that, and then we've seen it with Conor. You have these superstars that do not need to fight. They have so many streams of income. They have so much going on in life. I just don't know where his head is at. So it's weird because I do think Sean is phenomenal, and I think he should beat Song. I just don't know if he does because Song is a guy.
What do you think's going on in his little Chinese brain? Big Chinese brain.
He is hungry to win a belt.
I thought you were going to say for dog.
Well,
you are what you eat, Song.
That's like saying the sky is blue.
You are what you eat, Song. What a dog.
So yeah, I'm really torn. I think Sean wins it, but shit, man, watch the first 2 minutes of that fight and live bet Song. I don't know, man. I almost want to go Song. I almost think that Nah, Sean's gonna win it. Sean's gonna win it.
You know, I had this exact same thing because I saw, you know, a lot of people discussing. I like to kind of discuss the fights as I watch them, and everyone's like, "You're an idiot. Sean is going to blow him out of the water." And I was like, "No, I don't think so. I don't think so." Then I watched the tape, and I was like, "Yeah, Sean's going to blow him out of the water." But exactly what you said is the thing, and we know a little bit better about Sean just because we live here, and that's like a close tie to our gym and everything like that. There's a couple things that are just different for me. You know, before there was always the lab connection. They'd bring a ton of guys over for sparring. I think almost all the sparring with his camp now is just in-house.
Yeah, I don't quote me on this, but I don't think they have the same ties with the lab that they used to.
I think they're their own gym now,
Yeah.
and the lab is doing their own thing
Yeah.
with maybe one or two guys that come back and
I
forth.
think so.
And so one of my old opponents, Chapo Quiroz, Chris Quiroz, they brought him in for sparring. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, no disrespect to Chris. I mean, I did win, but no disrespect to Chris. Blow him out of the water in his hometown. A split decision. Anyways.
Potato.
Why
you bring up bullshit?
It's the same. But you're bringing in this guy who's, you know, like a 5-1 pro fighter. He's decent to emulate Song Yadong. Like, you need to be having, in my opinion, high-level sparring, guys that are physical like that. That's the only thing for me is I think Sean is going to tear up Song early, but I think it's the cardio, the pressure, like you said, possible grappling, and I think it's the physicality that's going to wear on him later.
Yeah.
They just feel like...
It is only a 3-rounder, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if who 5 rounds would help because maybe Sean catches a second win, but...
No, I think 5 rounds would significantly favor Song.
Yeah, because then he would fade. Yeah.
But here's the thing is, and we know this, and I don't know if we talked about it or whatnot. We have a little bit. For, I think, both Merab fights, we brought a couple people in to spar Sean.
And how'd they do?
It was who we had at our disposal, and they did well.
And what nationality?
And Hungarian?
You think former opponent of Song?
Maybe. No, but just in general, I mean, we brought multiple people over there that I don't think were anywhere near the level of Merab or anywhere near the level of a lot of the guys who are just mainstays at Alpha Male. And I think that without them getting the sparring from the guys from the lab, but Sean was always really choosy with sparring anyway. I've heard rumors that he wouldn't spar with any tough people when he was at the lab. Like, he was really picky on who he would choose. He did not want these killers going up against him.
But he needs Ezra Elliott in there. He needs these kind of guys that are going to grapple him and be big and physical.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Song gets the upset. I'm flipping.
I think this is a very tough fight. Like, I honestly...
Yeah, it doesn't. Flip a coin.
In a vacuum, probably
Yeah.
Sean. In real life, and you actually, that was a great comparison that you said, was the Conor McGregor. That was exactly what I wrote down in my notes today, was once you've achieved the mountaintop, once you've hit that pinnacle, as you're falling back down, everything else just seems mundane.
Well, you need a chip on your shoulder, and you have to be fighting for something to go through the trenches. If it's easy, it's easy. But when shit gets hard and you're getting your face smashed in, you're like, do I need this? And like a Song, if you're beating his ass, he's like, I need to win this fight. And he's
I will be back to
keep
China.
Going. Yeah, he will keep going. Like, you know, like Sean, like, I don't know that he's going to go, fuck it, let him break my face.
Well, there's a couple things. So remember how he reacted to the loss last time? He was like, yeah, but I'm still rich. Like,
yeah. And
that's not exactly the reaction you want from somebody, you know.
Yeah, you also don't know what of that is TV cameras and what is real. You know, like,
I think he was really emotional. We had talked about it. He was really emotional going into the last fight. I quit smoking. I quit porn. I quit this. I quit that. And we see that as people's last ditch effort. And you even kind of said
and
that.
It never works out.
It never works out.
Anytime you see a religion change or coming to Jesus or these.
That's why I'm still smoking. And, you know, you guys try to make running gay, but I'm not going to let it happen. I'm going to keep running in cool ways, going to church in cool ways. You guys do it the gay ways, and that's it.
What the hell is going on here? What bizarro world am I in?
Anyways, this is going to be a close fight. It's a close fight. Could be.
We are all now dumber for having heard that, and may God have mercy on your soul. All right, main event, Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett. Gaethje's plus 190. Paddy Pimblett is minus 225.
I'll go, and then you finish the show. But this could be even an open discussion. Enzo, if you want to pipe in. Okay, that's enough.
I got the CTE.
We can tell.
He actually does. He's been dealing with a concussion for a few weeks.
No. I'm saying, like, I think CTE Justin Gaethje is gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we didn't know what you're
I
talking.
didn't
You
know what
definitely
you're
have
talking about.
CTE.
You do have CTE.
Confirmed.
Yeah, you thought
Actually,
that we were going to know what that meant?
Speaking of the mic again, autism confirmed. Okay.
Tism.
I'm watching film again on this one, and the line. I know I pick against Paddy Pimblett every time, and he finds a way to win every single time. Michael Chandler.
Chandler didn't show up to fight.
Does Chandler even know how to fight? Is what I'm wondering.
Dude, I think he's like what 2-32 in the UFC. He beat Deanna Hooker his debut, and then he front kicked
Tony Ferguson after losing the whole fight,
after getting dropped and knocked out and beat up. What are we doing?
I mean, he's a barroom brawler at this point. Close your eyes and just swing overhands. Like Gaethje pretends to be that, but Gaethje is actually good.
Like, go, man, watch Paddy and Chandler again.
It's hilarious.
And just watch Paddy's striking. It's like Ricky Turcios. Holy shit, that was the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. I've been practicing.
That looks so.
He's holding these like he's holding eggs in his hands.
Yeah, he's a good
trying not
mittens.
to crack them.
And that chin and everything is so awkward and loopy, and he just. MMA is wild, man. Like
these guys keep winning.
They keep.
Why
winning.
do we even practice being sharp and moving our head and having all these angles?
Nah,
why do we even practice that when you just have to do a nice
just go
cycle
out there and swing? Yeah, exactly. Just do all the needles and just go out swinging.
That's it.
No, are you done? Because
it's just like to me, I'm like, okay, Gaethje showed he could get up against Fiziev. Dude, he just beat Fiziev. Fiziev is so good. Fiziev showed incredible wrestling in that fight. I think he shows better wrestling than Paddy has ever shown in his life. And Fiziev doesn't even wrestle. Gaethje got back up to his feet, all good. So if he doesn't get submitted in the first round, the other thing too is his entire career, we've always seen Paddy gas. Always his entire career. Magically, all of a sudden against Chandler, no more issues. Wonder why. But that being said, he had no resistance either. Michael Chandler wasn't touching him, wasn't hurting him on the feet. Gaethje is such a calm striker. He's composed. He touches the jab. The low kicks are going to be massive because Paddy has zero defense. Really comes down to how physical and strong is Paddy. Does he just pick up Gaethje and throw him down and take his back? And, if it gets to the ground, I think Paddy may only need one takedown to win the fight, which causes concern. But I think I want to look at this from a live angle and get in on Gaethje as I see how the fight goes.
Yeah, I mean, well, the way that Paddy wins this fight is get the back, right?
Just has to hug him and get him.
He has one way of winning the fight, I think, and that's getting the back. But the other thing that I think you're spot on with everything, but I think the one thing you missed was the height differential on the Chandler fight. And,
Yes.
and that was a really big, massive height difference. He threw that knee. He caught him. I mean, Gaethje is so much taller, opposite stance as Chandler. Like, he's going to blast those calf kicks, tucks his chin, rolls out of the takedowns.
He's so good, actually.
He really is. Like, he really is good. The only knock on him is that he's old, right? I mean, that's...
And the staff thing that they showed. He did have like a big old staff.
Yeah,
on
but
his neck.
even that was a few weeks ago.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that look, staff is a thing and old people
That's a thing.
suck. So, I mean, those two things are real. Like, they freaking are. But again, it's I think Paddy is so far below Gaethje on the level. And again, look at the guys that Paddy is beating. Like, he is not beating.
His run is one of the worst ever.
Yeah, Chandler's old.
Bobby Green.
Bobby Green.
I thought Bobby Green was going to shoot a takedown.
I know.
And got it.
Who thought that was going to happen? No, I mean, I'm going Gaethje by a Irish knockout.
We're going to look dumb on this one because Paddy's going to find some stupid way to knock out Gaethje. Paddy does hit hard now.
Yeah.
Like, he is like physical as can be. It's crazy to me, but I'm going to go Gaethje too. I think he's way better.
New year, new you. What do you have any resolutions?
Yeah.
What's that? Give me a New Year's resolution before we bounce out.
Well, I don't know if kind of the reason that I retired is eventually I want to start a family. So this year I just want to be a very good person.
Okay.
A good man. I want to just abide by my principles. I want to run every day. I want to eat clean. And I found a very special girl, and this year I would, like to see where that could go.
Now, I do want to ask a question about kids. You've seen my children.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And you still want to have them. Not them. But
I was like, okay, this is a trick question.
Them. You don't want them. You still want children after knowing my kids.
Yeah.
Watching them grow up and
Oh, especially. I want my child to ride a bike and smack into a wall. I know my children are going to, Enzo, this is creepy, but you know how many videos I have of you as a child? Like, this is a lot.
Probably a lot.
Magic hands.
And Enzo and the dance hands. Enzo and Lennox can babysit, watch your kids when.
Enzo, you're hired. I know you didn't ask, but you're hired.
Not Lennox.
How funny would that be? You used to watch my children, and now my children will be watching your children. Isn't that funny?
That would be
That's
crazy.
kind of a full circle situation. Well, nice. That's a good resolution.
Enzo, will you or will you not give my children wasabi peas?
No, I will.
Good man. Good man.
He's a good one.
What about you? Do you have a resolution? Enzo, do you have one? You can chamber it.
New Year's resolution?
Not really. I already kind of hit my goal, 135 bench.
That's it?
No,
For
you
the
have a
whole
goal.
year?
You have a goal.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna buy a BMW and a diamond bracelet.
No, jackass.
Oh, my
You want to
God.
start. You want the starting quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Position. That's his goal this year.
You don't set goals in wrestling, weightlifting, anything like that?
Weightlifting was 135.
That's it, though, for the whole year? You had to be close.
Now he'll have to set a new goal. No, the most he'd ever lifted before that was 115.
No, 125.
Was it? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
so
doing,
within
reps
10
at?
pounds. Come on, man. Like,
Okay.
shoot for the stars.
But 125 was last year, so I didn't think I was gonna get it.
All right, Enzo, new goals, 150 in 6 months. You're going to hit that.
He'll hit it.
150, 2 months?
55, 155, because you get a 10 on each side.
Okay,
10 on each
155,
side.
and when's the date?
Give me 2 months, I'll already be there.
All right, so
All right.
today is January 19th. So, guys, in the comments, please remind us, bookmark this.
Yeah, March.
We're having Enzo on the podcast. We're going to have him do 155. Spot or no spot?
Not spot.
With a spot?
Yeah.
Can I be your spot?
Yeah.
All right.
One hand or two.
All right. Do you have any resolutions?
I'm not trying to be a high horser. I don't do resolutions. Not that I don't believe in them, because I think for most people they're very good. I'm pretty disciplined. And when I want to do stuff, I do it. Like, I don't wait for a new year. I don't, like, literally there's stuff that I have goals and there's stuff that I want to do, and I'm going to do it. And that's that. And I don't ever, that's just it. Like, if it comes into my head and I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it, and another day means nothing.
Honestly, I love that. And it's hard when you said, do you have any resolutions? That's why the only reason I could think of was I want a family and kids. Like, that's what I really want to focus on, because, my whole life I've never been good at relationships. But, I think last year, and this was one of my toughest years I've ever had in my entire life. And finding that rhythm where you're just like, you're giving time to the people that you love, you eat clean, you do have fun and you do things, but you're keeping your body healthy. All these things put you in just such a good rhythm. I can't express that enough. Like, you have to take time off gambling too, you guys. The 2 weeks I was gone in Austria.
Read a freaking book.
Read books. And if I can make any recommendation for you guys, I know we have a lot of young listeners. You guys can watch podcasts from early last year. Look at my eyes. They're not the same as they were towards the end. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That one changed my life. And then Think and Grow Rich is what I'm doing now. So many good books. 4 Agreements. Like, if you're struggling with anything, then read those books and stay disciplined and find success.
All right, now we'll step down off our soapbox and have a good one. That's a pod.